好，这一集呢，我们非常特别啊，就是邀请了2位来宾呢，其中一位呢是我们中华队的教练图奇以及他的太太 GIOVANNA。
Because for the reason why Taiwanese players, Taiwanese people is really disciplined. Sometimes they don't fight enough on the court. Yeah, as I told, discipline is advantage. Disadvantage is the decision making.
I want to ask a question because this year is Olympic year that we saw Japanese national team. They are playing Olympics. So a lot of fans in Taiwan, they are wondering when can Taiwan national team make that, and what is your point of view?
I think that Japan did what Germany did in soccer time around 10-12 years ago. Because Germany was very important team in the past, in the 80s they won World. And arrived a time when they didn't want anything else. So they rebuilt totally their youth structure. So they start from beginning. They brought to national team only young players for a couple of years, for 4 years, but they totally changed the structure. Okay, I don't want to say that Taiwan has to change the structure, but probably association asked me also to give some new ideas on how to rebuild the structure of basketball. Not because it doesn't work, but only because I think that every time, every country, every team has to ask itself, am I doing all the things that I can do to improve the level of basketball? The first thing is working on natural skills. Japanese league or federation, anyway, Japan immediately realized which are the best skills, physical skills of their players. They are small, pretty small, they are fast. So they move immediately to high tempo, high pace game every practice, every game. And so this is also what I'm trying to do. Not copying the Japanese example, but just only realizing which are the best skills of Taiwanese players. In the position of 1, 2, almost like 3, I think that the level is really high. Okay, we can compare, we can have players. Ray Chen can play EuroLeague, absolutely. And Ray Chen is point guard, he's a scorer, he's point guard. He's for sure one of the strongest mind, okay, player like Benson Lim, and Zheng Liu. These are our 3 best players actually, okay, in the national team. And they play 1 and 2. Benson is a combo guard, and Zheng Liu is a 2. He's a shooting guard. Okay, he can play 3 on the side, but he's a shooting guard. He plays from to the back. So they have stronger mind than other teammates, but they are guards. So we product tons of these players in Taiwan? I think yes. Probably we need to touch the skills earlier. We need to improve their self-confidence, because these guys are really strong personality player. They have strong personality as person before being a player. Yes, but they have skills of guard. So we need for sure we can touch, okay, the guards, and we can teach them to be better. The first operation I'm trying to do is to move the tempo of the game to a higher level, and also play with two small pointers, with 2 pointers. I think that even some example in EuroLeague, but even sometimes in NBA, there were winning teams who play with 2 point guard. Why? Because point guard is another good mind on the court. So about making decision, they can help the team to do the best pass, or to choose the right tempo, or to choose the right set, or to give the ball to the right player in some specific moment. So the first operation is to play with 2
point guard.
Yeah, with 2 mind. Like Benson and Ray Chen can play together, absolutely, but not only them. And then, okay, there is another part, probably more complicated. It's the part of big men.
Or pain.
Yes, I
常
want
人，重点来了，常人
Yes,
big man
but big man. But okay, big man. Anyway, big man. Position of 4, position of 5 are different. I think that in position of 4, Taiwanese basketball can express more than I see in Pro League. Because if you see in Pro League, there are few players who play around 20 minutes. Ulo Mao, James from Kings,
James Brown
from Kings.
哦，
James
那个
苏世轩
苏世轩，对对对，
We had in national team Jack, who is playing now in Japan.
曾
from-
祥
郑祥
军
军，
对
He didn't play a lot in his own team.
Yes, yes.
Okay, and, so I'm
So he
happy
left.
for him to.
So he left.
Yeah, okay, no, okay. But it's not about coaching. It's about rules. I respect coaches. I think that Roger is one of the best coaches from Football Maze. I really connected, strictly connected to him, and I like a lot his way of coaching. But it's kind of rules. Okay, now I think something that could be a suggestion for Pro League. I don't know.
Please,
if
please.
I also share this with some managers of P League, so some of them already know my suggestion. Okay, in P League, okay, probably in TPBL League, there are chance for 2 import players to play on the court, but they can get 3 on the bench, right? So what happens? That every team, every general manager, every coach choose 4 and 5 from the bench, in the starting lineup.
And 2 out of 3.
And no, but they choose from the bench a player who can sub also 4 and 5.
Yeah.
So all 80 minutes of 4 plus 5 are covered by these 3 players. 99%, 95% of 80 minutes are covered by import players. So there's no chance for local players to play 4 or 5 or only 5 minutes a game. And clubs, what they are doing? They are paying 3 import players, right? So they are signing contract to 3 import. What happens if you put the 3rd import in the starting 5? The owner still play 3 players. So it doesn't change anything about budget, right? But what happens on the court? It happens that every coach, every team manager choose 4, 5 and 1 or 2 or 3. They cannot choose another 4 because they put the 3rd import on the court, they put in another position, right? So figure out, they put in position of 2 or position of 3. What happens? That from the bench, as soon as 4 men or 5 men go out, it's chance for local players. It's chance for Taiwanese players. So 4 position, 5 position will be occupied for 5, 10, 15 minutes from the bench by Taiwanese players. So probably competition of guards should be better. In Italy we have 6 import players. 6.
Wow, so that's a lot.
Yeah, 6.
Per team.
6
import
or 5,
players.
you can choose 5 or 6.
Whoa.
Half of teams choose 5, half choose team. Competition is higher, but national team is good. It's good. Why? Because competition is higher. So if you are local and you deserve to play, it means that you are really good. And so competition is good. In the EuroLeague rule, you can have 12 import players. There's no limit. No limit. But Serbian guys play a lot. Spanish guys are really in Spain. You can have like in Italy, different, not only 2, 3. More, but competition become higher. I think that Taiwan is not ready to have so many import. But if you are still paying 3 players, why don't put these players together in the starting 5? And so every Taiwanese player in any position from the bench has chance to show his skills and to deserve more minutes, and also national team will be better because coach me or the next coach can choose in any position, because now it's difficult for us to choose in position of 4, position of 5, because there are players who don't play scrimmage, who don't practice a lot, who don't play during the games, who don't play the weekend, who don't play even because this professional league don't allow this player to do a second championship. In Italy we have a chance. So here you don't have the second division, you don't have the third division. we have so few teams. But in Europe, every pro league, if you have young people or people who cannot play a lot, he can play the third division at the same time. So the weekend you don't play with your pro league, you can play with the third division, and so you can improve your experience. We are not ready for this because unfortunately we have only few things, and I appreciate what P-League and TPBL is doing because right now we have a league with 11 teams and competition will be better. So I think that basketball in Taiwan is going to grow up not every year, every month. But because of rules, we should change a little bit to allow also big men. And then it's up to us, association, me, to do different recruitment about bigs. Also, coming back to really young kids, we are also preparing a new project for elementary school. We try to
Elementary school. Wow.
Yeah, with Roger, we are talking about that. We are trying to do something more because Roger take care of youth more than me and before than me because he's one of the most amazing guy in Taiwan. I appreciate his way of thinking because he's still thinking. He was a previous national team. Now he coached for Home, but he's still thinking about improvement of his country. I like him a lot. So we are talking and thinking to do something also more for kids.
好，那我们刚刚其实提到了蛮多这个篮球方面的事情，我觉得其实我想要来了解他个人更多，因为其实你知道篮球哲学往往是被个人的哲学、个人的想法所影响。那其实我在这个过程当中，我就听到其实蛮多球员啊，跟他的团队就说他是一个很重视人跟人连结的一个教练，就是说他很重视就是每个人在团队当中的角色跟想法跟定位。所以我觉得这个也可以来问一下他的太太，这个应该对他最了解。So we're talking about that you are a coach that focus and address very much on connection between peoples.
Yep.
This is why I've heard that you have very good face memories. 就我听到教练他有一个很厉害的地方，他是对于这个人过目不忘，可以记得他名字。I heard that you can memorize like almost everyone's name. Once you say hello to him or her, and you can recognize her or his face and like call his or her name. How do you do that? And Giovanna, is that true?
Lui ricorda tutto, ha una memoria di un elefante, però non ha strategie, è una sua naturale propensione.
She say, okay, my memory is kind of elephant memory, we call it elephant memory. Yeah, because the elephant is big, so memory is big. Okay, so we say like this in Italy. But anyway, she say, and it's true, there's no strategy. I mean, there's no trick. There's no trick. Sometimes she's surprised about that, but I think it's also part of my job. Anyway, I try to be familiar immediately with person. Because okay, I'm coach, but first of all, I'm person. I like and I need to discover more about yourself. If we have to do something together, if we need to be connected, if I will arrive at one point where you are on the opposite side of the court and I'm on the bench, and we can look each other and establish a tactics only with one sign or with one look, we need to be connected. From the first time, from the first moment we meet. So I think this is very important.
这个是教练讲的，我觉得要听听他太太怎么说。因为其实当球员或者是教练的亲人太太不是很容易。我想知道说他在家里面是不是跟在外面一样？
真的是如他所说吗？
对。So the question is for Giovanna. Because we know it's not easy. It's hard to be a wife of a player or a coach, especially in professional level. So, did you see TUCCI coach is the same person as a husband and also in court?
Per me non è stato difficile, non è difficile, anzi è proprio come dire, mi affascina proprio questo suo modo di essere. Mi piace seguirlo nella sua vita quotidiana, nel suo quotidiano, mi piace seguirlo nel lavoro e E no, anche come marito sì, è ancora più completo. Sì, sei la stessa persona, sei completo, sì, sei la stessa persona. Sei la stessa persona, in più c'è l'aspetto affettivo, sentimentale, ma lo trasferisci anche nel mondo del lavoro.
She say it wasn't tough to be okay.
A coach's wife.
Yeah, to be coach's wife because she chose
Abbiamo la
this,
stessa veduta, le
and
stesse
we have
vedute,
also
lo stesso
similar
punto di
point of
vista.
view. And she said that I'm almost the same person. Okay, more complete as husband than coach.
Really?
Because
You're not lying. You're not lying.
No.
You have to tell the truth. We don't understand Italian. You have to tell the truth.
Okay, I'm translating her words, so it's not my fault.
We
So
believe you. We believe you.
if somebody's wrong, she's wrong. I'm just only translating. Yeah, she say more because there is other aspect, let's say, about our life. I want to add something about Giovanna and me. Okay, we are very similar, but we are also different. She's also a very important support to me in my job because she has total different view, perspective. Okay, she has perspective of woman, but she has perspective also more detailed than me about body language, expressions of sight, look. So she can understand sometimes even more, because you know that as a coach I have to watch so many things.
Yes.
So I cannot be concentrated and focused only on some aspects. And during my job, she observed also other things. So I don't know.
Give me example.
Yeah, or bench players while I'm coaching, or some.
Se un giocatore
some
reagisce
looks,
male a
or
un
reactions.
tuo comportamento.
Also reactions towards
si
me or towards himself. So this is important. We, in our job, because it's kind of teaching job, we need to discover more of people, not only when we teach, but what happens after. So we're talking about feedback. So who is the reaction of body language, the mimic, the reaction of eyes look. So she can support me, because sometimes we watch again
together.
The game sometimes, or part of the games. And she can support me, because she say, okay, do you realize that in that moment happens this, or this guy had a bad reaction versus himself,
Something you didn't notice.
Yes, or he felt or he felt frustrated, because players, there is substitution. So okay, I sub player and players come to the bench, and then I cannot look at him.
You have to focus.
I have to focus on the fight. So there are some other things that can allow me to have better and more complete image picture of what happened.
So before coming to Taiwan, you worked for Rayo Venezia.
Yes.
So
Right.
So what was your job title at that time?
Yes, I was first assistant coach for the last 7 years in Venice, and we won also Italian title 2 times, one with Austin Day, Italian Cup, we won a European Cup. Austin Day was also the MVP of the finals.
奥地就来台湾之前说的是意大利联赛 MVP， 就是在图奇教练这样。
没错。
Okay, so how would you describe Italian style basketball? What's that? I mean, we know some very good players from NBA like Gallinari, Bellinelli, really good shooters. So, I mean, how to describe Italian basketball?
Or we can say, is there any new things from Italy, or we can say Italian basketball playing style that can help Taiwanese players?
Yes, I think that the difference between Italian style and other country of European style is tactics, is strategies in defense. Okay, we teach so many kind of defenses. Not only man to man. About individual workout, our planning is similar to other European countries. It's really oriented on specializing strengths after 17 years old. Till 17 years old, players try to play all positions and try to do everything on the court. But once you get 17, it's important to specialize. So you can find, okay, you see the Fontecchio, Gallinelli are shooters, but not because we teach shooting, but because at that time, probably coaches realized that the best skill of this player was shooting, and so they specialized on shooting. And at the end of the day, shooting became their strength.
Yeah.
So we have so many. Stefano Tonut, the players I mentioned before, is a very good one-on-one player. He can beat his own man with one step. So it's really tough. So he specializes is one-on-one, especially on left. Okay, don't share this secret to other teams. But when he gets chance to go to left, he beat any kind of defensive player in Europe. So he specialized this strength. So we trust a lot in individual skills, and I always teach my players, you need to teach your strengths every day. Sometimes they forgot because they feel comfortable on one move and they say, okay, this is my move, I don't need to train. No, you need to train first your strengths and then you work on your limit. Because when things are tough on the court, where there are tough moments, you will go to your strengths.
Yeah.
So you can spend tons of minutes working on your limit, but it's still your limit.
That's interesting. That's interesting.
Yeah, if you work on your strengths, you will become the best.
好吧，那我们在今天呢，就要非常谢谢我们的两位来宾，我们的图奇教练跟 GIOVANNA。那我们希望在下一次呢，还有一些更多的机会来聊一下他可能在我们的亚洲杯打完之后有一些不同的想法。So thanks for coming today, Tucci and GIOVANNA. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
好，
Thank
球场第一
you.
排，我们下次再见，拜拜。
拜拜，ciao。